Welcome in, Virgo. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be your monthly reading for June. Keep in mind, Virgo, timing and energy is still fluid. This could play out at any point in time throughout the month of June. This message may or may not be for you, so I do ask that you only take with you the messages that are resonating and leave behind the rest. I also want to mention, Virgo, we've got some big energies playing out in the month of June. As you can see, Kitty's tail is kind of in the background here. With some Pisces energy. And so I do feel Virgo's going to be having a hard time with this because Virgo is all about structure, order, and control. And Pisces is kind of all about chaos. And so we've got Neptune going retrograde in Pisces. We have Saturn going retrograde in Pisces. And so I do feel the energy is going to be very, very intense for my major Virgo placements. And this reading is also for any major Virgo placements like Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. So keep that in mind, Virgo. If this message does not resonate, then I do encourage you to check your other signs and placements. And apparently Kitty wants to be a part of your reading today. So with that being said, Virgo, we're going to jump in and we're going to start off today with using the Starseed Oracle deck that I'm going to pull in with the Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland. And we will close off the reading with a message from the Crystal Stone deck. Oh my God, I'm having a hard time speaking. And so I was getting ready to tap into your energy, Virgo, and I got the spirit chills. So I feel a very intense spiritual energy in and around the Virgo collective. And I just cut the deck and we get, I remember, with the cosmic heart. So there could be a higher heart activation going on here, Virgo, and a remembrance of your soul blueprint. So this could be a remembrance of an important soul connection, but I feel remembering who you really are and breaking free from the faded life and taking charge of your destiny. And so there's some potent heart energy coming through, and this is about devotion. So what is it that you're devoted to, Virgo? Maybe it's time to ask yourself that. I do feel you are connected with a lot of your cosmic ancestors, and you are here to see the light. So you're going to want to be grounded in the month of June when it comes to these big energy shifts coming in. So let's see what else needs to come through for you, Virgo. Messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. And we just got a pile flip out. So this is about energetic sovereignty. So have you been absorbing things that aren't yours, collectively speaking, because you're about to walk through some type of portal in the month of June. And so new doorways are opening, new opportunities are opening for you, but you have to decide. I do feel self-care is going to be a must in the month of June. You're going to want to really nourish your mind, your body. You're going to want to rest, especially if you're going through some type of higher heart activation. But I do feel you're finally getting ready to see the big picture. I feel ascension energies. I do feel you're going to want to get grounded because you're coming into these new higher visions, some new inspirational ideas for the collective. You could be connected with some Palladian energies right now when it comes to your starseed origin, but I feel a new doorway opportunity opening up here. And maybe it's time to cut some people out of your life, Virgo. People that, deplete you. You could be dealing with somebody that mirrors back to you all of your insecurities as well, with the mirror on the card. And so have you been absorbing behaviors and energies from somebody you're connected with that really don't belong to you? Could be dealing with a Pisces, but I do feel you're coming into a lot of recognition of some past life soul memories and maybe a connection where you've done this before in a past life. And so how can you harness your inner authority? I do feel June is going to be a month of going inward, turning your gaze inward in order to trust your intuition. And Kitty's all up on the cards today. Let's jump in with some tarot and see what else needs to come through. Well, you got a Tower on the way. This is unavoidable change. There's the heart energy. You could be going through a shift in consciousness. I do feel there could be a missed opportunity that was overlooked, and the opportunity is beckoning you to go back to something that you walked away from or something that you missed. or something that you just weren't ready to look at up until now, because I do feel there was an opportunity in the past and it definitely was overlooked, and I feel there's some shame and there's some regret here, and so there's going to be a tower, there's going to be a breakdown, whether this is an emotional breakdown or a breakdown of a false commitment of some sort, but you're going to have to rebuild, and this is about rebuilding on the heart. And the Four of Cups reversed is telling me, hey, there was a missed opportunity, and your heart is beckoning you to turn around and to have a look at something that you might have walked away from maybe 4 years ago with the Four of Cups. But we're going to do a spread, and we're going to see what else needs to come through for you. And so Pluto going retrograde is definitely going to create a shift, I feel. And Pluto is moving back into Capricorn very soon. And so this is themes of father, right? Could be work themes, but I do feel harnessing your inner authority. So are you ready to walk through a new portal? Are you ready to walk through the doorway of a new experience, Virgo? Because I think that's kind of what's coming in the month of June. So let's see what we got here for you, Virgo. Well, that opportunity beckoning you, that's your current energy. The Four of Cups in reversed, anchored down by the third eye chakra. So you know exactly where it is you need to go. You didn't want to look at it before, but now you're back in the flow. We got the Wheel of Fortune, anchored down by the Five of Pentacles in reverse. I'm kind of liking this energy, Virgo. Well, you're breaking free from an old mindset with the Eight of Swords in reverse. You're all done feeling helpless and hopeless, and I feel you're ready to face whatever challenges you need to face in order to break free from an old mindset, because this is about love. There might be some type of reunion, reconciliation here. The Six of Cups. We get the Seven of Swords as the underlying energy, seeking that truth, anchored down by, there's that heart chakra. There's that heart chakra energy coming through. The solar plexus is the overall outcome, anchored down by the Hanged Man, the Observer. Bottom of the deck. Well, there you are, Virgo. There you are, the Hermit, the Seeker. And I do feel you're ready to put in some dedicated effort when it comes to a missed opportunity. And it's time to face your deepest, darkest fears, because when you do, it's going to lead you straight towards wish fulfillment. So you might have spent a lot of time focusing on the negative when it comes to a missed opportunity here, or somebody has. There's some shame here. I do feel maybe somebody didn't see things clearly until just recently. But things are moving forward. The Wheel of Fortune is saying it's time to progress forward. And I feel there might have been some kind of stuckness due to some emotional purging, which I see is kind of happening. I feel some truths are being unveiled. And this is activating a huge heart chakra purge. Your higher self is saying, hey, flow. It's okay. If you look at, he's got his hand kind of on his heart. And so something is definitely heart heavy. Tens are all about endings, completion, and closure. And so healing from maybe a rejection or an abandonment wound. This is coming out of lack mentality, coming out of victim mentality, and facing the challenges. And so if things have been struggling lately within relationships or with your finance, I think this could be an unexpected influx of abundance. It doesn't have to be. But I do feel this has been a battle. This has been a struggle. Somebody's been trapped up in their head when it comes to illusions. There's been a lack of truth, and I do feel some truth is coming out when it comes to a reconciliation. This could be between a father and a son. It doesn't have to be. This could be a love partnership, but I feel somebody's ready to put in the dedicated effort. But you are going to have to overcome your fears, and maybe there is a fear of rejection here. But I feel what you didn't want to see, what you weren't able to see, eyes wide open. And your heart is hurting. And so I do feel you could have been dealing with somebody two-faced, trying to keep the veil of illusion over your eyes, but you see the truth clearly. And you're ready to walk through the doorway of a new perspective. And it is going to require you to find your spiritual strength to take action. So you could have been dealing with somebody that was draining your resources. But I feel you've been taking a step back. So the opposite of Virgo is Pisces, the Hanged Man. You've been an observer of your surroundings. And I do feel Fear is an illusion. So if you can face those fears and work through any rejection wounds or abandonment wounds, you have an opportunity for wish fulfillment to come through. So let's take a look at this missed opportunity. Well, there was fear. The base chakra in reverse. Fear of coming together. Fear of opening up. I do feel there was some kind of blocks when it comes to emotional intimacy here. There is a union of some sorts coming through, but there is a need to open up your heart, to release any fears, maybe about being abandoned or rejected. With the base chakra coming out in reverse, I feel there's a lot of anger. There's a lot of resentment. There's a lot of bitterness about a missed opportunity, about fears of opening up. And there is going to be a rebirth here, because when we come together with another, we do have to be fully open and emotionally vulnerable. And that can be absolutely terrifying, right? To let somebody see every aspect of who you are. There is a deep soul connection coming through here. Maybe with a Scorpio, but this is about giving up, self-sabotaging, going through a rebalancing, maybe after an ending. I do feel there is a deep spiritual connection here, and maybe somebody wasn't ready to choose love because they needed to confront their fears. I feel confronting fears. So what is this Eight of Swords in reverse? Because this is what's kept you stuck, is an old mindset, feeling helpless and hopeless. Yeah, fear of reaching out, fear of taking action. It's time to open up. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe fear of it being a missed opportunity. Maybe it isn't going to work out. I don't know. Or there could have been fear of opening up to new love because of dealing with a tyrant. But I do feel somebody is afraid to reach out. Maybe in the past they were manipulating a situation. Aries energy, Gemini, Virgo. I do feel there is some type of alchemical process going on here. Maybe somebody has been encouraged by their guides or crossed over loved one. There could be a crossed over father figure or grandfather figure encouraging a masculine to reach out, to shed the old, to bring in the new. And I do feel it's been a process, right? I feel somebody's really been sitting on this for a while. And this is about healing distortion, I feel. Maybe a distorted viewpoint about some gender roles going on here. But somebody needs to take the lead. And usually the masculine is the one that takes the lead. And so there is some type of coming together after a separation is what I'm feeling like. So let's take a look at the heart chakra in reverse, because I do feel somebody is deeply pained from an illusion that they're breaking free from. Yeah, because they didn't want to see this, right? They were refusing to see, and now the blinder's been ripped off and the truth is out there for all to see when it comes to some manipulation here. Yeah, and maybe somebody didn't want to see because they didn't want to go into the depths of this heartbreak. I do feel healing, some heart healing and healing from self-sabotaging behaviors. There's going to be a realignment when it comes to a spiritual connection here that I feel somebody didn't want to look at. Maybe they, had to do some clearing when it comes to some distorted beliefs about what a relationship is. I do feel get ready to confront your fears, and you're getting ready to come out of illusion, and I do feel getting ready to take action. So let's see what this Hanged Man is observing and what action is going to be taken for this overall outcome. Well, we get the Nine of Pentacles in reversed, the Six of Swords in reversed, and the Eight of Cups. So moving on from codependencies here, I do feel somebody is maybe afraid to be alone, or was afraid to be alone, or didn't want to give up their independence. It could go either way. But I do feel something needs to be walked away from before healing can begin. Maybe somebody's in an old cycle here, stuck in an old cycle, observing their surroundings, knowing that they need to take action to move on. But I feel somebody is recognizing what they need to go back to in order for healing to begin. And maybe this is about giving up some independence. It's time to take the lead here, Virgo. It's time to take the lead towards healing. You're going through some type of rebirth process. There is a connection here that is a reflection to you, a mirror, a reflection. And this is a connection to get you to go deep into the core issue of a core wound, the Nine of Wands, the wounded healer. And so there is a period of rest and reconsideration in the month of June before taking action. There is a need to go within and rest and heal and to change your focus, because I do feel, yeah, there was a huge missed opportunity when it comes to some great big love here. And I do feel there's a lot of regrets because somebody didn't have the faith and the trust to take a leap of faith when it comes to a brand new cycle. And so there's going to be newfound vitality, a new creative spark, but you have to get clear about what it is that you believe in. So what is this abandonment wound that you're coming out of, this lack mentality? We get the Chariot in reversed, the Devil reversed. Oh, and we get the Empress in reversed with the release. So this could be a Virgo releasing a lifetime partner. The Emperor and the Empress is husband and wife, but I feel we've got a wife here that maybe isn't very nurturing. Or we could have had a tyrant here, and we could have a feminine that didn't know her worth and her value, and releasing some old beliefs surrounding worth and value. I do feel there could be some type of an emotional outburst here. Breaking free from a codependent cycle. There's definitely going to be some type of an emotional release. The Empress in reverse is not very nurturing. She's not very mothering. She doesn't know her worth. She does not know her value. And an Emperor upright with an Empress in reverse, well, let me tell you, this masculine seeks out weak women that he can control. And so I also feel a masculine taking the lead of a situation. We could have a feminine going through an emotional breakdown as somebody releases the grips of a codependent trauma bond of some sort. And there's that scorpionic energy. We got Cancer and Capricorn. And so something about Pluto going back into Capricorn, somebody's going to have to break free from a codependent situation. And I do feel we could have a feminine here that has been clinging to control because she doesn't want to feel alone, because she's afraid to be alone. And there is codependencies here. And so I do feel there's going to be some type of activation. There's a need to speak up and get honest about a third-party situation here. And I do feel a release because something is being illuminated, especially when it comes to a toxic cycle here. So let's get you a couple last messages with the Crystal Stone deck. Protect your light. I do feel there's some boundaries that you need to establish here. You could be dealing with a crazy person here, and you need boundaries with this person. I do feel there could be some public humiliation here as well. I'm not sure why that's coming through, but we'll see what else needs to come through for you, Virgo. Protect your light. Well, yeah, that come out again. There could be some public humiliation here. I think as you leave a situation behind, somebody wants to drag you down. You're dealing with maybe a malignant narcissist here. It could be either or. It could be the masculine. It could be the feminine. But there's something here very distorted and very toxic that is needing to be released. And so it's really time to get real with your truth and to go with the heart. So we definitely have a lack of honesty here. I think you need to get rigorously honest with yourself, Virgo. I think meditation might serve you well, but I do feel some type of higher activation, and it's going to feel like electricity moving through your DNA. And so I do feel it's time for you to take back your power, to reclaim your energy from whoever's been draining it from you. Get real with that truth. Maybe it's about getting real about hating your job. I feel something about this full moon in Sag is going to show you where you've been wasting a lot of time on. Wasting a lot of time on somebody's potential maybe. But I do feel the universe has been begging you to see clearly what the heck it is you've been doing with your life, so you can open up your heart and go towards the heart's favor. And so I do feel things are going to be feeling upside down. Maybe you've been down in the dumps for a while, but it's time to drop the facade. It's time to drop the people-pleasing facade and to go after what's really going to light you up. Go after what your heart really, really wants, Virgo. And so I do feel a rapid shift, and it is spinning you right out of your comfort zone, but it's putting you right on the path of a very beautiful connection. And so are you ready to go all in? I do feel a month of enlightenment, concentrating on your path, and I do feel a breakdown of the ego in order to supersize the love on your heart. And so maybe this is going to lead to a conception of a baby, but I feel something is being destroyed when it comes to an illusion, so you can transform out of an old cycle and represent the embodiment of love on your heart. And so I do feel things are heating up. You're going through this expansion of elevated thinking, dreaming, feeling, and being. And now it's time to launch into your spiritual path. And so I do feel things have been trying to divert you away from what is on your heart. But it's time to explore the heart. It's time to really listen to that gut intuition. And so I do feel you've lacked passion and confidence to go after your dreams because fear has been in the way. And you've been so acquainted in the cycle of fear and these fearful thought cycles that it has prevented you from taking action. So how can you ward off your insecurities? Because it's time to wake up. You can't keep on autopilot. You can't keep up on the sleep mode. It's time to wake up and to find your inner creativity and your drive to truly speak from your heart. So get ready for a heart-to-heart conversation, Virgo. And that's kind of what I got for you for the month of June. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, check out that description box below, Virgo. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.